to give you today the technique of using an anchor. And no, I'm not talking about a boat anchor and tying somebody up to. No. What I'm talking about is there's a physical anchor that you can actually create in yourself so that you can use it to help break old patterns, to help bring you to a state of consciousness and a state where you're in your very best self so that you can handle whatever's going on in the moment. So let me explain it to you. So psychology, really what we're doing is we're just giving the brain a cue to say, go back to the specific time, the specific place with these emotions. And that's all you're doing, right? So it's going to be really important that you know what you want to create an anchor for. So is it that, when you get to work, you are intimidated and you don't share your feelings or your thoughts, even though they're great, you don't because you're intimidated? Do you need to feel stronger in that time? Are you having problems with your relationship? Are you having problems forgetting to think of their side of things and getting wrapped up in how hurt you are and those types of things, and you're not thinking and remembering why you love this person, what about them makes them so special to you and want you to keep them in your life? Is it about food? There's all kinds of different reasons, right? So find out what it is, and then I want you to think about a time when you felt the most powerful and that person could easily handle the situation you're in right now. Okay, so it makes sense? All right, so I want you to think about the feelings that you had at that time, the way you thought about yourself, what was going on, who was there, like how commanding were you, how loving were you, all those types of things that, what smells, all of it, right? So get a very, very vivid picture. Okay, so now what you're going to want to do, that you have that, you're going to want to take 3 deep breaths and release. And you're actually going to say release with each one. You can say it in your head. And ironically, it's really interesting. With each deep breath and each time you say release, you actually get closer and closer to being centered, to being more in your authentic self, where you can actually handle things better and are more resilient. So take 3 deep breaths, release with each one. Relive that moment that you want to have. The one where you were powerful, the one where you were loving, the one where you were your best self, the one that you want to recall in a moment. And then I want you to touch somewhere physically on your body. It could be pulling an ear, it could be rubbing your fingers together, it could be brushing your hair, doing whatever. So think about that and touch yourself somewhere appropriately. Okay, so, and I want you to do that 3 times in a row. With each time that you do this, you're going to set this anchor deeper and deeper into your unconscious, and that's what we're trying to do. Okay, so when you're done, test it out. Touch your finger, pull your ear. Did those thoughts, those feelings, did that image come flashing into your brain? And that's when you use it, right? So when you start to feel unresourceful in that moment, go ahead and use your anchor and pull yourself back into the current, back into your most resourceful self, into your authentic self, into the self that you want to be, the person that you really are, the one who is taking charge and getting everything that they want in their life, because that's really what you deserve. So I hope that technique works for you. And by the way, you can have more than one. So go for it and let me know how it works out. Write me. You can check out my blogs. You can check out my website, which is www.mybeautifullife.us. And of course, I'm on all the social media, so you can find me there too. So I hope to hear from you, whether it be just in a quick, hey, it worked out great, or even if you want to be part of my client base or work in one of my programs. So can't wait to hear from you. So give me a call, and happy anchoring.